Good day and welcome to another edition of Outside of Genie, where we're doing the preview today for the Vaal, 9th of November. Today is very interesting. We have 8 races, and they're all maiden races, and all the jockeys is work riders jockeys. And I always find these kind of meetings very interesting. And it's great that these guys get a chance to also show their abilities. Now, before I start looking at the form and so on, just quickly for the persons who might be watching this for the first time, what we do at Outside of Genie is we do form analysis, and we then find outsider selections that you can add into your own selections. You do your own selections, you add our selections, and hopefully if the outsiders do arrive and we have given you those outsiders, you'll be standing in a pair queue laughing and thanking outsider Genie. Also, just quickly, I have mentioned it before, I've got 2 videos available. The one is how to read the computer form for those guys who are not always sure how to read a computer form. And the other one is how to punt to win and not punt to lose, and also find the outsider. Both of them are 100 Rand. You can order them separately or just one that you want to, or if you want both of them, you can get them for 175 Rand. Then we also offer a subscription service. If you join now from now to the end of the month, we've got a special offer for you. You can pay 250, and then you're going to get the video how to read the computer form. If you go for our special offer for 500 Rand, that will give you access to our daily form analysis for November till the end of December, and will also include both videos. So let's start here at the first race, and let's have a look at the betting. Talladega 5-2, Showdown Kid 11-2, Big City Girl 7-1, Theater of Dreams 9-1, 10-1, Dancing Arabian 12-1, Ashanti, Golden Eagle 12-1, 14-1, and longer the rest. So just quickly how I work, what I do is, in order to keep this video to not more than half an hour, I give my 3 selections. My first selection, that is the horse that I think can win the race, and that can be at any price. And then I give 2 outsider selections in no specific order, and those are the outsiders that I feel might have a chance either placing or winning the race. So in this race, my first selection, I'm going to go down to number 10. Number 10 is Big City Girl. She has had 2 free runs. First time out, didn't show much, but then finished nicely behind Sweet Venture. And then on Saturday, she had a run. She finished 4th behind a Run April Run. Now, also, this is my best bet of the day. And currently, it's 7-1 and 21-20 a play. So my suggestion is back her for a win, but cover yourself with a place in case she doesn't win. But I think she's meeting a stronger field than she met on Saturday, which included the full system to one, which the distance was obviously too short, and finished behind her. Let's have a look at the race on Saturday.
Gates open, and they fired away. Run April Run a little bit sluggish to begin, maybe half a length slow. Ahana also slow to go.
Right on the left-hand side.
Magical Flight in the yellow and blue towards the inside. Lightning Lass right there in the early stages. Then over towards the outside, we find Jungle Queen going hard up there as well. Essences in the yellow. Then comes Bedouin Bride, Run April Run, the black and white colours racing alongside Big City Girl. Further back in running to Arundel Dream, that's 2 off the outside. Spectrals in between runners. Then comes Ben Not Break in. Limbo Club Blue and Black Cap is towards the far side. Then comes Ahana. After them to Moggy Sky. Dragon Queen is in the red and white, and Last Star is the trailer as they head through the 600 meters mark, and it's Lightning Lass in the lead. Shows the way narrowly from Magical Flight, Big City Girl. Then comes Run April Run, now being asked to run. Over towards the insiders in Limbo, Essences in the yellow, Dragon Queen, and then further back towards the insiders, Bedouin Bride. Now with 200 meters left to go, and Run April Run goes for home. She'll be hard from here. Will Run April Run. She's opened up a 2 to 3 length lead. Second place, Magical Flight. Lightning Lass was further back, but Run April Run too good. Run April Run wins it. Second goes to Magical Flight. Third to Lightning Lass, and then came Big City.
Now, that was over the 1160. Now, today she's going over 1,000 meters. And as you will see at the 200 meters, she was still in contention. Karen Fisher is a nice jockey, a lady jockey. She tries hard. She's had 1 or 2 winners. And I think Big City Girl today would run a huge race. Your favorite is number 7, Talladega. Now, Talladega hasn't run for 653 days. Now, I mean, I've got the biggest respect for Sean Terry. This jockey is the champion jockey. Work riders at the moment, draw 1. But I just got a feeling that this horse might need a run. Yeah, I can be wrong and I can end up with egg on my face, but this is just my way of thinking that this horse might just need the run. Although Sean Terry won't bring a horse to the course that is not fit. And then number 1 is the other favorite, Showdown Kid. Showdown Kid was disqualified, and then last time out disappointed a little bit behind Emerald Crest. Then my outsider selections in this race is number 2, Theatre of Dreams, Sam Lucia. There's certain jockeys that you're going to have to watch today, and one of them is Sam Lucia. He's no donkey, definitely. And this horse, I think, also would appreciate 1,000 meters. Has run a second behind Wine Trading and can surprise Paul Peter Stable. And then number 3, Ashanti. I'm not sure what happened last time out, but has been running not too badly before that. And yeah, I don't know the jockey and draw 11, but do include in your quartets. Maybe another horse that you want to maybe include in your quartets is number 4, Sign and Seal. The Bedweber Stable in form. So that is in the race number 1, where my strong selection is big number 10, Big City Girl. Then we move on to race number 2, which is also over 1,000 meters. Let's have a look at the betting. Here we have number 11, Invitation Game, 13 to 10. Alacratas, 7 to 2. Mars Rover, 5 to 1. Sunny Queen, 5 to 1. Love Lies, 8 to 1. 5, Quintera, 8 to 1. 25 to 1, and longer the rest. Here, my first selection is number 4, Love Lies. Love Lies did run second behind Hurricane Headley, and then last time out just faded over the last bit. Today running shorter. Sam is here on in the saddle on draw 3. I think Love Lies is going to run a huge race today. Outsider selections, number 1, Iran, also Karen Fisher on board. This horse came after a layout last time out and ran up, finished just fading over the last bit, running 3.5 lengths. Was placed over on the wall before, and yeah, I'm sure it's going to go to the lead. And just now he can pinch a lead and maybe hard to catch. Other outsider selections is number 15, which is Sunny Quinn, drawn 12, was placed behind this race, and Anaka did run well, improved from the first race. So Sunny Queen, I think, also in with a huge chance in this race. The favorite is number 11, Imitation Game. I don't know this breeding, but must have shown something. Has got the champion jockey on board, draw 1. So surely you need to include this in all your play. Then we move on to race number 3. Work Riders Maiden over 1,200 meters. And here the betting is as follows. Number 1, Flower of Scotland, 72. Duria, 72. Dutch Bernadette, 92. Sorinda, 11 to 2. Desert Pride, 6 to 1. Queen Anne Slays, 9 to 1. Shelter in Sky, 22 to 1. Hornfreer, 16. And 25 to 1 and longer. Well, here, don't normally go for it, but today I'm going to go for a first timer. And that's number 9, Dunaya. Charles Mabaya on board, draw 15. This is really a weak bunch of maidens with respect to the owners and the trainers. And I think if this horse has got any ability, it will definitely be too good for this field. Also, watch out for number 10, Duke of Marmalade Filly by Dylan Thomas Mayer, also well bred, definitely in, I think, we have a chance to include in all your play. Then my outsider selections here is number 13, Queen Anne Lace. Did improve from a first run to a second run. Machuela, for those who don't know, Machuela used to be at the Jockey Academy, but didn't complete his time. But he's a very competent jockey. So Queen Anne's Lace, not to be left out. Another horse that I also like a lot is number 15, Sumida. I did gave it last time out behind Philly. Did ran third. Sam is on board, also in with a huge chance. So let's move on to race number 4, which is a maiden plate over 1,200 meters. Let's have a look at the betting. Number 12, Sea Island, says 2-1. Forward March 3-1. The Bastille 4-1, 5-1. The Thief of Night, Carolina Reaper 6-1. Race the Alarm 15-2. Durban Boy 10-1. 12-1. Exultant 20-1, and longer the rest. Well, here we're going to go for the favorite, number 12, Sea Island. Sea Island didn't show much and had some bad runs, but coming back from the rest, has been run 2 good races and can definitely be involved in the finish, although it's running 200 meters shorter than before. But yeah, it might even actually suit this horse. Then my outsider selections in this race, one of them is number 10, which is the Bastille, Paul Peter Stable, Samusio again. This horse improved from his first to his second run, and I think it says he has stayed on. Over 1,200 meters will suit this horse. Soft falling rain by Ford with me. Definitely 1,200 meters will be better. Here we have the first time a race the Red Lantern. Is by Willow Magic. They're running well, so also include into your play. My other outsider selection is number 3, Carolina Reaper. This horse ran second on Saturday, also I think in a stronger field, so definitely keep an eye out on this. Currently 8-1, can definitely be in contention when the photos is taken. And then also just put in the number 1 Forbes Quarry in your quartet collections. This Mr. Bota's horses are running well at the moment. He had a huge upset on Thursday where he ran first and second with 2 outsiders. I think the quartet paid something like 58,000 Rand. The exacta paid over 1,000 Rand, and the trifecta was like 9,000 Rand or something. So do include into your play. If that come in, it will definitely boost the dividend. So let's now move on to race number 5, which is another maiden plate over 1,400 meters. Let's have a look at the betting. Here the betting is number 5, El Hami 18-10. So they say 33-10. Tied 5-4-1. 7-1 Ford Commander. Pin drop 7-1. Espagilia 14-1. Galacapos Hotspot 14. Signal 16. 28 and longer the rest. So here again I'm going with the Decock selection. But lately I must say I have been dropped by them, and I have given a few of them, but didn't win. Hopefully today will be a difference. Here we have another Australian import. Maybe it could be a good idea to take a double on both these 2 horses. This horse did finish second behind No Breeze. No Breeze won a Grade 1 and it's on its way overseas. So definitely I think based on that one, El Hami should be too good for this field at a reasonable price. Last time out there was behind Asian Rome, the jockey fought something amiss or whatever. But I do think that in this field today, El Hami, it could be the right choice. Outsider selections, number 8, Digital Fortress. This horse is going 1,400 meters, and I think based on the breeding, Elusive Ford by Meres will definitely enjoy going even further. But this horse did show a little bit of pace, fast and faded out last time, in its first race. But do include in your quartet and everything, because I've got a feeling this horse is going to improve and run an improved race today. My other outsider selection is number 9, Ford Commander. Also the Toreador by Johannesburg. mare, and was been running on strongly last time now. Matsuela on board, and I think this horse will be running on when others are stopping, and the 1400 meters will definitely suit. There are other horses with chances. Mexico can also improve. Ipageli has placed a few times. Also include that in your play. Then we move to race number 6, which is also a maiden plate over 1700 meters, going around the bend now. And here the betting is as follows. Number 9, Punt 19 to 10. Sugar Filivius 3 to 1. 72 on Broadway. Sir Track 7 to 1. 14 to 1. Joanna is Peace Diamond 16. 18 to 1, and longer the rest. And here is race 6. My selection is number 4, Suntrax. This horse has debuted over shorter distances, but last time, 2 runs ago, on the 1600 meters with Matsuela on board, ran second behind New Bell, running on fastest 400 to finish. And I'm sure this is going to be the case again. This horse will be running on when the others are stopping. Then my outsider selections is number 6, Peace Diamond. I think it was ran in the same race behind New Bell. Last time out didn't shape, but I think can improve again to be maybe run into the places. Then also my other outsider selection is number 1, Riveting. Ran behind Hurricane Headley, going over the longer distance today. But I think if I look at the breeding, I'm sure that will suit this horse. So definitely include in all your play. The favorite here, let's have a look at the favorite. The favorite is Punt. Punt has had 2 runs over the 1200 meters. She are surely Where's That Tiger by National Assembly. I'm not sure about this where that Tiger stallion. He's not. It's not like he's producing a bunch of winners, but it looks like this horse will be running on at the end. But to me, definitely not a 19 to 10 shot. And here we have the debut. It's a Flying the Flag, Sugarberry Bay by Magog. Also, the Flying the Flag has had 1 or 2 has had 1 or 2 winners, but not the stallion that I would go to buy a horse from in the future. So all in all, I think a little bit of an open race here, and definitely there can be surprises. Now let's move to race number 7, which is a 2000 meters. Let's have a look at the betting. Here we have number 1, Euphoriant, 12 to 10, Immaculate 18 to 10, Wanderers 7 to 10, Perfect Passion 8 to 1, Evoke 20 to 1, and 28 to 1, and longer the rest. Here my selection is number 1. This horse has been knocking on the door, and I think today this field, which is not a very strong field, is going to be too good today, and also has got the very competent jockey on board, drawn free, and I think number 1 hard to beat. Outsider selections, number 2, Perfect Passion. I'm sure this horse is going to enjoy the longer distance and will be running on at the end and can land up in the placings. Also number 6, Wanderers. Michael Ashley stable on form. And also I think the 1700 today will suit this horse, as this is not a very strong field, can place. And it's not met. And then here's number 11, Immaculate. Did debut well, 8 lengths behind Spice Market over the 1600 meters. Charles Mabai on board can definitely be involved in the finish. So that brings us to the 8th and last race. There's another work riders plate over 1800 meters. Let's have a look at the betting. Here we have number 1, Leading Lad, 14 to 10. Rock, Paper, Scissors, 5 to 1. 10 to 1, Summerdale, 12 to 1. Wild Heritage, City Deep, and Zulu on My Stoop, 14 to 1. Light Without, Trooper 14. David's Place, Palace 14. Express, Session 14. 20 to 1, and longer the rest. Yeah, also here I'm going with the top horse, which is number 1, and I do feel Leading Lad has had some nice runs, and I think today will be his 3rd run after a rest, and it will be in top form today. and I think will be hard to beat in this race. My outsider selections is number 5, City Deep. This horse came from last time out to run at close third to his stable companion Bartholomeus, and I think can be a surprise here today. In my other outsider selection is number 9, Summerdale. Has had places, and I think the 800 meters will suit. Was in the same race behind Bartholomeus, but did fade at the end. Rock, paper, scissors can improve on his first 2 runs. And then also have a look out for number 10, Light Without. Light Without last time, I did caveat that I think it said it will run and improve a race. It duly did. Car and fish on board again, and can also be involved in the finish. So all in all, I think a really nice card, and a card that one can enjoy. Hopefully, I've pointed you in the right direction for a few winners. And as I always say, break a leg.